Welcome back. We do have a lot of comments that have come in here. Ali Olajide says the economic downturn that started before the end of the previous administration, Mr. Gani should note that. Onu Henry Chidi says, the president's body language is destroying Nigeria. That's Onu Henry. But Godwin says JP Morgan has phased out Nigerian government bond index due to lack of liquidity and transparency. APC lacks economic capacity. Obadare David says, please ask the PDP guy, what can he say about the new trend in corruption between Jonathan and Buhari days?
Very well.
So
you answer, but you asked the question. So let him, you come back to your question.
I want to answer what
yeah,
ask me why it's taking 1 month. Every government, every incoming government has its own method. Call it methodology if you like. You can decide to form your government in 3 days' time. But don't forget that you have to deliver. So we are being.
So if you decide you don't want to form a government in the next 2 years,
no.
You can go that way.
We didn't say
just
2 years.
know that you're
we didn't
going
say
to
2
deliver.
years. I've just done some little mathematics here. I said we have just done 3 months out of 48, and I took this thing, so it's about 6%. 6% is enough. Is enough time for you to plan and get the officers, the real officers that will help you to work. Given our experiences, given our past records. So this man is being too careful and he's getting it right. If I were PDP, I would say, let me just wait for 4 years and see what these people are going to do. Instead of shouting, after 3 months you are shouting. You cannot stampede the man. I told you he's the most prepared president in the history of this country. He has been a former head of state. He has been a minister. He has been a governor. He has been the chairman of PTF and so many other ministerial committees he has held in the past.
Okay.
And came in 2003, came in 2007, in 2011, and in 2015 he hit it. So he's not like your former president.
I think
this
the irony
question,
of it all is
answer the
that
question you asked, because there's another question coming
to
to
all those things were there. They probably were not there psychologically.
You will see it in the fullness of time.
If he was ready for
you will see it in the fullness of
all
time.
you have rolled out, he ought to hit the ground.
You will not see
as a matter of fact, working.
If you see
at
good
the same time.
governance, you
now,
will not know it.
You
Because
see
they
a
don't know anything
situation
about
where
governance.
you see a situation where, as we speak,
they don't know how to plan.
You see a situation where, as we speak, what we have only seen about corruption is media war against corruption, the noise and propaganda of APC against corruption. And let us even say, and with due regards to the person of the president, now you have made people to believe that President Buhari will come all out and fight corruption. But we are saying no. He may not be able to do it the way we are so expecting. Because this thing is simple. It's simple logic. We know of a lot of people who are surrounding the president who, if they know themselves that this man will be serious about fighting corruption, and they would have fled this country.
And they were in control of the federal government for 16 years.
No, let me
They were in charge of the federal government who paid 52% of the
resources.
That
this is a very good point.
Which point are you making? You're not making any point.
Number two is that
you're not making any point.
At a situation where the president, who has, because of the power of propaganda that the APC is noted for, has now been removed from being a sinner to a saint. I say a sinner because, with due regards to him, in 1983, he pulled us back 20 years behind when he truncated democracy. He was Minister of Petroleum, he was head of state, and he was coordinator of PTF, the big boss of the worst administration, alluded to by all, international bodies, everybody, under Abacha. You understand? And contested election 4 times. Are you saying that this man did not have money? How did he have money? He became rich because he was wearing uniform, because he was collecting how much as salary. It was because he probably had one.
We are talking about the job.
He's fighting corruption.
We are talking about the job.
So if somebody who wants to fight corruption,
you don't know this,
he knows himself that he is tainted one way or the other, and it will only take time for it to be blown out. He will be very careful. Now, how did Jonathan fight corruption? Let me tell you how Jonathan fought corruption. First and foremost, Jonathan showed that you will be on your own if you commit crime. If you go into corruption, and we
you didn't know the difference between corruption and stealing. That's what he
was
said.
Because he was misquoted. That was content. And that has been settled.
All right, gentlemen.
How can you fight what you don't know?
Thank you, gentlemen. We're looking at 100 days without a cabinet, the plus or minus. And someone asked a question. Let me get it here. Nick says, can a coach step into the field without a team and expect to win the match?
The team is coming. It's not too late.
Which when the game has started.
Wait.
When your opponent is already scoring.
Don't forget
You
that
don't have
these
a
people,
keeper in the
these
four
people are
goalposts.
very angry for losing this election. So when you see, we
No,
see this
it's
kind of
not
thing every
about
day. They want this man to build Nigeria in the
No,
next
because that is
3
the
months.
impression you
Build
give
Nigeria
to
in the next 3
Nigerians. You
months.
gave Nigerians the
We
impression
will
that
do it.
Nigeria was already
We
crumbled.
will do
Not
it.
even crumbling. So if Nigeria was already
nothing
crumbled, how will you now come
They
as a
never
bricklayer
knew.
and you just be
They
looking?
never knew they were
Start
going.
building.
By the time it became obvious that they are leaving, they stole everything.
Okay. Now,
They
since
stole everything that the state could not even pay salaries. And you are here talking.
we're running
What are
out
you
of
talking
time, so
about?
let's just bring in the questions that
Yeah,
Chris...
the government of
Chris
Jonathan was
says-
an unmitigated disaster.
Okay, this is for the
Question
two of you. Chris says, APC and PDP are practicing kindergarten politics. Okay. Members of the APC were part of the 16 years of PDP.
How?
Very well. Majority of them.
How? At the federal level.
And directly.
At the federal
And we know all
level.
this
So
fact.
our members were appointed ministers, Abi.
We know
Let's
all
go,
this
let's
fact.
go, let's
We
go.
know all this fact. Because that is why, you see, I get amazed when I see, with due regards to him, governor of...
How many of them join us?
Kaduna State now, El-Rufai. You see El-Rufai, who was minister, who was accused of so many funny things,
But he
giving
was
money to
also-
even a
was
youth
also
corps when he was
exonerated.
not supposed to give, with so many houses, you understand?
He was
He
cleared.
left PDP.
Because declared what?
He was probed. Wasn't he cleared?
Cleared by who? He was the
Go on,
much
go on,
I
go on, go on.
can
You
remember. He went
Say
to the
what you
court.
want to say.
You understand? And so many others like that. I will not see. I don't want to reduce it to personality thing. I have used that as a thing to show that yes. And then I said it. If people know that General Buhari will be very, very interested in fighting corruption, a lot of people still surrounding him will have fled. Many of them will not even be bold to be walking about, be calling themselves leaders of APC.
All right.
Don't tell the man where to start.
We can show you
Don't
because
tell the man
the
where
president
to
is
Can he
blindness.
respond? There's no time.
I'm not talking about the president as the president.
Allow him
I'm
to
talking
do his
about the
job.
presidency.
Mr.
The presidency
Ghani.
is...
We did not
Ghani.
control.
That's
We did
illusion.
not control
Ghani.
52% of the
Go
nation's
ahead.
resources, including
illusion.
those ones that were accounted for and those that were not accounted for. It is your Jonathan that will ask.
That
Where
was...
he kept all the money.
Which money?
So we're not there.
No, which money?
You were I'm talking about the federal resources. I'm talking about the budget. You take whatever we make.
Which
in this
money
country,
is missing
you
now?
take 52%. Everything is missing.
How can everything be
missing.
missing? When Nigeria's
All the money.
economy became the best in Africa.
Which economy?
When the same President Jonathan was invited.
They
No
went
other
and
president of
got
Nigeria
one-
was
one-
invited to
one
America
useless
to go and
organization
ring the New
to
York
rebase
Stock
our
Exchange
economy
bell.
because they know that they knew then that 2015 election is coming. They call one man that Nigerian economy is the best in Africa. Have you been to South Africa?
No, this is
Have you been to South Africa?
If you say this,
Have
you
you
will
been
be
to South
embarrassing
Africa
your
to
party.
know what is an
You know why you
economy?
will be embarrassing your party? This was a report by international body. You understand?
You can buy
you are
international-
again
you quote
manifesting.
international body.
The problem that we have now is because and why
To tell
President
you
Buhari cannot
that
start to work
your economy
is because
is bigger than the
in
economy of South Africa.
opposition,
South Africa
what the APC was
supply
able
all
to
the
do
wine.
was to destroy Nigeria locally and internationally. Fighting Boko Haram, they will tell you that there was human rights abuse. Fighting the economy, they will tell you that there were stealings. Now, what we have now is a situation
Your
where
president was not in
you
charge.
are so destroyed
Your
the
president was
country.
not in charge.
You
for
cannot
6 years.
not have
That
that
was
moral
what
justification to go back to
Professor
those people that you
And
destroyed.
your
All right,
president
gentlemen.
was not
Okay,
in
say
charge.
that come
gentlemen.
and support us.
Given the leakages
That
and
is
the
why you
loopholes
cannot
that we
even start
found
over
in
now.
the system,
Gentlemen.
it shows
All right,
at
let's-
once that your president was not
Okay,
in charge.
all right,
He
gentlemen.
was not in charge. He was just floating.
Can you just calm down, please?